Okay.
The third movement, you know.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it right here.
Yeah. And are you doing second movement, third movement, first?
I'll do a cadenza second, third.
Can I see it?
Yeah, go
Thank
for
you.
it.
especially the singing section, the sound is just so beautiful.
Thank you.
And gorgeous.
Thank you.
And just very, very sincere and just very yummy. I feel like it's a little bit of my fault. We worked on kind of loosening this up a little bit. Now I feel like the spine is going away a bit from a lot of the rhythmic gestures. So I wonder if we can now create a combination of the two.
Okay.
So for example, even in this slow movement, once the more diminished chord is entering, that has to be a little bit firmer hand. And then loosen up again. So I wonder if we can sort of play with the idea that we're not always just loose, but sometimes it's loose with firmness or very fluid like this, right? So that decides the texture of the sound and how fluid the phrasing is. So I think we can create a little bit more variety. Can we go from the beginning of the second movement? So go from ya, ya, da, da.
Okay.
Yeah, good. That was excellent. But in order for the text to be a little bit cleaner, it has to be a bit more targeted. And I honestly think that you just need to create a little bit of stop before you attack. It's a little bit. The movement and the attack is happening too much at the same time. Make sure you attack and then move. So I think it's fine to broaden the grace note. Those are 16. So make sure you listen to da dum pa da, which are eighth notes, and then ti dum pa da da da. Yeah, create the same rhythm that continues on. Go from I, which is treble. Yeah, beautiful. this is like a very dramatic section, right? With all these reliefs. I wonder if the kind of soft and beautiful shift you're doing works here interpretationally.
Oh.
Could you try, just for the sake of exploration? And only the last one.
Okay.
Maybe not the time, but I think the kind of shifts could change a little bit. They're a little bit too supple.
Okay.
All 4 times.
Okay.
Yeah?
So, okay.
Yeah, beautiful. Same with the bow stroke. I wonder if the turns could be a little bit harder. Oh, God damn it. And then this more and more gradually in. Get more and more supple.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about coordination the 2 lessons before, right? So coordination doesn't mean just the timing. It's also interpretationally, musically, what the kind of the character and the feeling that you're trying to put into the sound has to be executed almost equally in both hands and also be coordinated. So now try one more time. Focus on the connectivity between the 2 hands and like really create music together. And then I think you'll feel a little bit more secure and, you know, be more convinced musically also yourself as you do it. Yeah? Can we actually go on there, go into it? Direction, we have a long way to go, right? So again, if you get entirely supple all the way from here, then we would lose the narrative a little bit. I would pace it a little bit better. It arrives to the crying sound so that we sort of hear how it came about. And I think that's how you pull the audience into a story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same place.
Beautiful. Even if it's pianissimo here, I think the music tension is at a certain point that you can't let go completely here. Be ready to be like absolutely firm at the next section. So I think you can loosen up. It doesn't make sense, right? It's more of a tense pianissimo. cannot feel like there is no time. Right? There has to be an internal kind of a internal urgency to get to the next beat. Otherwise, it just gets a little too swimmy. You know, especially in slow movement, I think it's worth noting the flow of the pulse at all times. I think this time, the whole transition into the third movement, you know, had a lot better, you know, flow to it. And how do you feel? Like, isn't it kind of cool that you can create the narrative by the way that it feels physically? So like, you can sort of feel more and more intense, and then, you know, it goes together with your musical concepts, okay? You know, for me, the cadenza, I think we talked about too many silences. I think cadenza, we tend to enjoy the silence a little bit too much, but when the silence between material is, if it stretches to a point where we have no sound in the hall at all, and you know, it goes quickly here. Yeah, then it's hard for the audience to make relationship between the previous section and the section that you're playing, right? So I wonder if you can kind of have, again, a little bit more direction in the way that you're navigating through the material. Okay? I'm so sorry, we have to stop. But thank you so much, Sam.